Hey, Dale,
Yes.
I am being told, can you call this number right there? That is the ADA Gina, so that we can talk to her. She's leaving at 5:30. I think your time is of the essence.
Okay, give her a call. Is this concerning the charges brought against Davy?
Yeah, Davy Vara.
So we're going to talk to her. What's her name again, Kimberly?
Her name is, this is kind of off the cuff. We're not very, her name is Gina. She is the ADA in the case. Gina Clark.
Gina Clark.
Gina Clark is the ADA in this particular case that Davy Vara went to trial on Friday. It was a 4-hour trial, and he was found not guilty, and the judge said it absolutely shouldn't have been a case to begin with. So Davy Vara, a couple of months ago, when Rochester police officer Michael Sipple got into a little bit of trouble and was charged with beating a black man on a city street in a case of misidentification. Are we going to be able to talk to her?
Mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity. And he's been charged. Michael Sipple was walking into the Hall of Justice with his mama, and her name is Marlene Grana. She is a prisoner transporter for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Davy Vara was arrested. He bumped her a little bit as he was. There were a whole lot of press around as Michael Sipple was walking into the Hall of Justice with his mama. And Davy Vara accidentally bumped into Marlene Grana. Anyone could see it was an accident. He was trying to avoid a wall.
You are named at least 2 other lawsuits of police brutality. Any comment, Officer Sipple? Any comment? Any comment? Any comments, sir?
And there were charges pressed. Monroe County Sheriff's arrested Davy Vara. Okay. And it was a 4-hour trial on Friday, to which all of us were going, what is going on? Now, we have Gina Clark. She is
the ADA?
The ADA on the case. Hey, Gina, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Is it true that you brought up our name, the Kimberly and Beck Show, in a court of law?
I did ask the defendant as who he had been speaking to about the case.
Yes.
And he replied, the Kimberly and Beck Show.
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay. So tell it, I mean, when you looked at this, and you know, unfortunately for you, the Rochester City Court Judge, Thomas Morris, found Davy Vara not guilty. Tell us, when you looked at this, what made you think that he did it maliciously?
Well, actually, maliciously is not part of the charges that he was charged with. He was charged with harassment, and it just has to be intentional. And our belief was that his conduct was intentional, and he intended to annoy and harass Marlene Grana by his actions.
And so Marlene Grana said he chest bumped her, but that's not what it looks like when we look at the video. I mean,
well, the actual accusatory in the case that was filed indicates that he stepped in front of her and stopped her forward motion. So that was what he was actually accused of.
But he was trying to avoid a wall. I mean,
we did. Yes, we did do the trial, and the judge saw all the videos from all the different media organizations, and he did hear the testimony of the victim as well as David Vara in this case, and in the end, the judge found him not guilty.
Can we ask you, Assistant District Attorney Gina Clark here on the Kimberly and Beck Show, did the charges have to do with anything to do with the fact of who he ran into and what she does for a living?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, I know it's really not, but we find it interesting that Marlene Grana is a prisoner transporter for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, which kind of says to me that's why the Monroe County Sheriff arrested him, Davy Vara. And it kind of brings to mind, you know, the fox watching over the hen house sort of thing. It should have been, I think, another agency that maybe brought charges, but that's neither here nor there now, I guess. And I know the DA's office kind of gets these cases and then you were assigned to it, obviously. But did that thought ever enter your mind?
Never. I mean, a victim is a victim. It doesn't matter what they do for a living. Everybody can be a victim of a crime.
Do you think Marlene Grana was a victim of a crime?
I do.
Do you think she was just angry that her son is being portrayed to look like, a bad cop?
I believe that she was a victim of a crime in this case. and that his actions caused her to become scared and annoyed and alarmed.
Do you? Let me ask you this: do you think she would have pressed charges no matter what press person it was?
I can't say what she would have done, but it doesn't matter if it's a member of the media or just a regular person. Anybody that subjects somebody to contact like that would be subject to charges.
So we've got to walk a wide berth around Marlene Grana as well.
Yes. Yes.
So the judge ruled in favor of Davy V, and so was Marlene Grana angry afterwards, or do you know?
No, she was not angry. She was very happy with the way the case proceeded. Unfortunately, she was, disappointed in the outcome.
Thank you, Gina, for your time. We appreciate it.
All right, there she is, Assistant District Attorney Gina Clark, on this whole Davy V mess as he accidentally bumped into Michael Sippel's RPD, Michael Sippel's mother walking into the Hall of Justice. You can look at the video for yourself. We put it back up on Facebook.